Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another online session for our science this week. Okay, today basically I'm going to ask you to start on 2 experiments. They shouldn't be too difficult to organize. I believe all the things you need are around your house, around your place. All right, first of all, first experiment. What I would like you to do, I would like you to go in the garden, or I don't know, maybe the neighbor's garden. Knock on the door first and ask for permission, though. Just make sure you're not going to chop it from your mum's, grandma's, neighbor's favorite bush. All right. I chopped this, I clipped this, I cut this from one of our ornamental trees in the backyard. So I would like you to grab something like this. If you don't have anything like this, just leaves will do. But a sort of a branch about this size will do. All right. And what I want you to do is then grab a Ziploc bag. Okay. It doesn't have to be as big as this one. And that's the one we have. All right. But big enough to be able to fit your branch in there. And what I want you to do is to do that straight away. All right. And then please make sure that you do seal that Ziploc bag like that. Brilliant. Okay, so we can have it like that, or we can have it sort of sitting halfway through. Brilliant. So just do that and leave that in a place where it's out of your way, and just have a second Ziploc bag just like that. And you can put that either on top of your branch or underneath it. You can store both of them. So what I want you to do is just get that organized. And on Wednesday, when we have our science session again, I'm going to ask you to tell me what have you noticed, if you have noticed anything different between the 2 bags. So that's one experiment you have to do today. Just get it organized, basically. All right, let me get rid of this one. Brilliant. The second experiment, it's a bit more complex, okay? Because it involves a few things. First of all, you will have to have 2 tea towels. If you don't have tea towels, 2 handkerchiefs. If you don't have 2 handkerchiefs, it would be interesting to have actually bandanas, face washes, whatever. However, I think it would be a good thing to have 2 of same kind, same material. And on Wednesday, I'm going to ask you, why do you think I would have said that to you? Okay, so have a think about it. Why do you think Mr. Katrinta actually encouraged us to have 2 of the same kind of material? So you will need 2 tea towels, 2 face washes, 2 whatever you want. You will need a bowl that you're going to fill up with water. And then you will need baking trays or any kind of trays. It doesn't matter. These are really irrelevant for the test. So you will just need 2 trays as well. Let me get rid of those. And then last but not least, you will need one of these. This is, if you remember from last year, a kitchen scale. All right. So basically, this is what your experiment involves. You will actually have to, and one other thing you need is actually a copy of this. Oh, excuse me. A copy of this. All right, so this PDF file will be uploaded onto the science tile. It's called Surface Drying Investigation Planner. So in here, you just have to soak your tea towels in water for the same amount of time, okay? So before water added, don't worry about it. You can actually soak them, and you can actually weigh these tea towels, how much they weigh, before you soak them in water. Then, once you've soaked them in water, okay, you will need to take them out, and you will probably have to fold them a bit, okay? And I would suggest maybe even just get the water out so it's not dripping all over your stuff, okay? So your towels don't have to be soaking wet. You can actually just get rid of all excess water, and then you can actually place them onto your kitchen scales, and you will need to actually measure the weight of these towels. Okay, so I don't know, cloth one, in my case, there's a sort of green one and there is a blue one. So I'll make the first one my green one, second one my blue one. So I'm going to write in here, well, I've soaked them for 5 minutes, for example. Then I take them out. Okay, so in here I'm going to put the mass of my dry tea towels, and in here I'm going to put the mass of my tea towels once I just got the water out of it. You don't have to have the same weight for your tea towels when you rinse them, when you actually get the extra water out and you actually weigh them. That's not important. What is important is that you, every 1 hour or 1 hour and a half or 2 hours, you repeat the weighing in. So you're going to weigh your tea towels again. So after your first weighing in, okay, just as you take it out of your ball, okay, and you weigh it in, what I want you to do is take a tray, and I want you, on one of the trays, I want you to spread your tea towel completely flat, okay? One of the tea towels, just spread it like that. Obviously, this tray is not big enough for what I'm trying to do, but should do. So just, yep, for one of your tea towels, completely spread it like that, okay, over a baking tray or another tray, or if you have a surface that you're not using, you can do it there. Then you're going to take the second tea towel. You've soaked it, you've weighed it, okay, got rid of the extra amount of water. Then what I want you to do is I want you to actually take your tea towel and give it 2 folds. 1 and then 2. Right? And then you're going to take it as it is and you're going to place it on the tray or on the surface, and you're going to leave it there for 2 hours. So every 2 hours, okay, take a measurement of how heavy your clots are now. Okay, and basically I would encourage you to run this experiment overnight. So take some measurements tomorrow. So I would say, okay, so 1, 2, you can have 3 measurements throughout the day, and then just the last line here, okay, take the measurements, let's say 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. All right, so Tuesday morning, take your measurements on Tuesday morning. Now, it would be great if some of us actually take the second tea towel. So everybody should have the one flat, okay, completely flat. But it would be interesting if some people, instead of folding it twice, would actually folding it 3 times, okay? So you will have, obviously, a smaller tea towel, okay? And they would get a measurement on a tea towel folded 3 times, and I don't know, maybe you can fold it even 4 times, okay? Even 4 times, but 3 times, 2 times, I would say, 3 times and 4 times. So if we can get some people to do 2 times, some people 3 times, some people 4 times, that would be great. And all you have to do is just put those measurements in here. How heavy is your tea towel when you measured it? So let's say 10 o'clock here, right? You record the weight, the mass of your cloth, and then at 12 o'clock you record the mass again. At 2 o'clock you record the mass again, and the last reading for the day would be 4 o'clock, and then you record the mass again, and then you actually leave those 2 until Tuesday morning 9 o'clock, and you weigh those tea towels again first thing at 9 o'clock on Tuesday morning. And then on Wednesday, we're going to get together and we, lovely people, are going to get to look at what's happened, and maybe we can actually discuss why has that actually happened? What is happening both to our leaves and to our tea towels? And we're going to tie that in with some very important scientific terms that we're going to discuss on Wednesday. Well, any questions? Pop them into the forum. I hope you have an enjoyable time. If you're not sure how to go through this, just let me know and I'll I'll try to answer your questions, but hopefully it's clear enough for you. Excellent. That's it for me, basically. So not a lot of book work doing today in science. It's a lot more of getting your hands wet, should I say? And yes, it would be great if you can use a very accurate kitchen scale, because the variations in the mass of your tea towels may not be as great as you might think initially. Anyway, enjoy it, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye for now.